I ended up in A&E numerous times because of my asthma. Some of them were really, really scary. I think me and my family managed my asthma at home very well when I was poorly, giving the 10 puffs of salbutamol every hour, going to the GP, getting steroids. But actually there were some times when we couldn't manage it at home anymore and I needed to go in. And that was really scary. You'd go in, you'd have a lot of people around, lots of doctors and nurses, lots of medications, so nebulizers, medications through the drip. And sometimes you weren't getting better as quickly as you normally was, and it was really scary. You couldn't get your breath, you didn't know what was going to happen, and you didn't know what the next steps were going to be. Would I get better from this? And I think at sometimes I did become a little bit complacent because I had been in this position a lot before. But there was times when I did have to go to intensive care, I did have to be put off to sleep, and they were really, really scary, especially as a teenager, in between that, you know, not a child, but not quite an adult yet. It was really scary not being able to catch your breath. I always describe it to people as it's like breathing through a straw. You can't take that full breath in, you can't talk, you can't get your sentences out. And it's really scary, and I hated being in that position. And I'd do everything I could to avoid being in that position again.
Hi, my name's Judith. I'm a consultant in the emergency department here at Sheffield Children's Hospital. I've actually worked here for over 20 years now, and over that time I've seen a number of very poorly children with asthma, as well as lots of children with moderately severe asthma. It's quite frightening when you have a severe attack of asthma, and actually there's often some common reasons why children present very poorly with their asthma. And things that we've seen over the years are children that have got into difficulty, perhaps because they've not been taking their inhalers as their GP or doctor has prescribed. Perhaps they've forgotten to take their inhalers on their school trip or to school, or they've not been using the right spacing device and not getting their steroid inhalers. So often when we look at the information when a poorly child comes with their asthma, we can often find these things going on in the background, which is why it's really important that you make sure that you stick to what you've been advised in your asthma plan for managing your asthma. One thing I've seen on a few occasions is people trying to carry on at home when they're getting really poorly and perhaps not coming to hospital soon enough. And that's a really important thing, recognising when it's time to come to hospital to get the treatment that you need. And I can reassure you that we've got many good drugs that can help with these severe attacks of asthma, but actually in many situations you can avoid getting to that point by just sticking to your asthma plan that your GP or your asthma doctor has given you.